Welcome to Regula webinar. Today we'll see how complete identity verification helps to prevent fraud and what drives it. Thank you all for joining us today. Before we start, I'd like to guide you through some housekeeping items. So first of all, we are recording the webinar, and we will send the link within a few days after the webinar, so you won't miss any information. Secondly, you are very welcome to submit your questions. Please use the Q&A window, and we will answer all questions at the end of our webinar. If we do not manage to answer some questions today, after the webinar, no worries, we will share our responses via email. And last thing, please note that all attendees will be muted during the webinar. Now, let's start. First of all, I would like to start with a short introduction. My name is Kate, and I'm the head of product marketing at Regula. Also, I would like to introduce my co-speakers for today, Andrew. He is the product development manager. Hello, Andrew.
Hello, everyone.
So let's go on. I would like to say a few facts about Regula. Regula has been in the industry for more than 30 years already, and currently more than 80 borders are equipped with Regula solutions. Also, we proudly offer the most comprehensive library of identity documents from 248 countries and territories. For many years, Regula has been contributed directly to a number of international organizations. We exchange forensic knowledge and information about various identity documents. And this cooperation gives us the ability to stay on the cutting edge and implement the shared expertise into our solutions. And to sum up, everything you will be hearing today from us is based on our deep knowledge of documents and their security features. And all this we use in our solutions to extend authenticity checks. Let's move on. Why fraud protection is so important for many organizations? Why is it at the forefront of their concerns right now? We decided to dig into the matter. And recently, Regula has conducted research on biometric and document fraud. This survey was conducted among more than 1,000 companies across the financial services, technology providers, telecoms, aviation sectors, and of course, banking and fintech. And we see that on average, the financial burden of identity fraud to organization has been almost $250,000. That's pretty staggering, isn't it? Identity document fraud still takes the lion's share, whether the company is enterprise or SMB, no matter. Just about half of organizations have had to deal with fake or modified physical documents. Considering all these risks and threats, 91% of organizations plan to increase their spendings on IDV solutions within the next 3 years. The challenge is obvious, but there is a question: how to choose a reliable IDV solution? What is important to consider? Gartner says that to choose a reliable identity verification solution, you must understand some kind of nuances of how identity proofing is delivered. And that is important in order to select a vendor that meets requirements and offers lasting value for your processes. The Gartner Buyer's Guide for Identity Proofing defines IDV flow to consist of the following 5 steps. It is important to evaluate them when choosing an IDV vendor, and every step should have its own metric. For these steps, I will highlight the most important metrics, and here we will see what metrics Gartner recommends to consider. For example, document image capture. It is expected to guide a user through the image capture process to get an optimal image. Quite a useful metric here is the percentage of users who are required to capture a second image. The higher the number, the poorer the user experience. At the moment, the average percentage of users who need to capture a second document image is 7%. The better the image, the easier it is to verify and authenticate the document. And as for document assessment, Gartner recommends to compare how much vendors invest in the process of maintaining document template databases and how they handle this process. For example, they can either manage document assessment themselves or they can use a third-party solution. Right now, Regula is the technology partner to a number of identity verification vendors and KYC providers because of its technologies and, of course, extended database of document templates. Beyond visual inspection of the document, some vendors assess the validity of barcodes and verify the data encoded in electronic chips within RFID chips. And they process it with NFC-enabled smartphones that can read such chips. This is considered to be the highest assurance method of assessing a document, as electronic chips are strongly protected by means of cryptography. Next, we go to document data extraction. It is performed using optical character recognition, or simply OCR. Vendors vary greatly in terms of the range of languages they support. However, almost 40% still support only Latin script. Thus, if you need to verify non-Latin documents, for example, Chinese or Arabic, you will need to either manually verify them or integrate another solution. To ensure consistency, as a further fraud check, some vendors compare OCR data to the data from an electronic chip, some kind of cross-validation, because this can minimize risk of forged documents. An important part of identity verification is biometric checks. Similar to document image capture, a guided capture process for the selfie leads to better results. As with document image capture, a useful metric here is the percentage of users who are required to capture a second image. A lower figure equals better UX. The average selfie retake rate among such vendors, these vendors, was about 3%. And also, as part of the selfie capture process, these solutions perform presentation attack detection or liveness detection to assess the genuine presence of the user. After a selfie is obtained, you may want to biometrically compare it to the image in the identity document. Many identity proofing vendors use third-party software for face comparison process. How would you choose a vendor for it? Gartner also recommends to check if a vendor or the supplier you are choosing is included in a vendor test, which is run by NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, just to compare the performance of such vendors. We at Regula went deeper in our research and asked what the most important considerations were when choosing a document verification solution. Here is a list of the things organizations considered to be the most important: speed of processing, accuracy of results, cloud-based solution that can be like a private cloud or SaaS-based were at the top, but several other factors came in close behind. Regarding the identity proofing flow, we know what is important when a customer chooses a solution. And we described the identity verification process in detail in terms of what Regula solutions offer. We also included specific features that contribute to seamless user experience and more accurate verification results. And it is important to know that Regula solutions cover all the parts of the identity proofing flow, from document to biometric verification. And that means that you can perform complete identity verification within just one interaction. With Document Reader SDK, you completely cover the full document verification process. For document image capture, we use the latest technologies to get an optimal image. We perform image quality assessments that result in lower than just 5% image retake rate. In addition, document liveness checks whether a real document is being presented. Getting a good document image is necessary in order to perform a proper assessment, document assessment. The solution automatically defines the document type by consulting to the largest document template database in the world. As I said, Regula's document template database. And now it consists of more than 12,000 document templates from 248 countries and territories. And this is the huge in the market. And it's not just driver's licenses and passports. Regula verifies many other types of identity documents, as you may also want to support, for example, like ID cards or work permits, for instance. And after applying the relevant document layout, the solution recognizes data with OCR technology. And now it covers more than 130 languages and includes Latin and non-Latin scripts. You remember Gartner recommended that to be important to consider. And reads MRZ and barcode data. After extracting the data from the various elements, the solution also cross-compares the data from the visual zone, MRZ, barcodes, or electronic chip RFID. To ensure data consistency and authenticity, all these checks are performed within just one interaction. In a few slides, Andrew will show you how these techniques work. When it comes to verification results, does yes or no really tell you whether to accept or reject the user? Seems to be not enough. It's important that you get additional information about why an identity document is not verified, so you can decide how to proceed with the user. For example, maybe the photo they took was a photo from a computer screen, and you decide. Now let's talk about biometric checks. By adding Face SDK, you'll be able to perform complete identity verification. Remember, document and biometric. We cover the enrollment and identification processes within advanced selfie capture and third processing. The intuitive user interface guides a user to the best possible results with a selfie retake rate close to 0, almost with the first picture. Meanwhile, liveness detection ensures that a live person is applying, not a spoof or fake. All these capabilities allow the user to take an ideal picture for further processing. The precise face comparison ensures that there are consistent pictures in the document and matches them with the selfie taken by the user. For identification, there is a face search, so you can decide whether to authorize the user by searching in your database. And all these capabilities and techniques are available cross-platform for Regula solutions to help our customers read and verify any identity document on any platform, be it mobile, web, desktop, and others. Now you know what to rely on when choosing a vendor. And now that you know how these criteria impact the IDV process, your process, and you can assess how a solution performs. So now I would like to pass the mic to Andrew. Andrew will deeply dive into specific features that effectively detect fraud literally at your doorstep. Andrew, the mic is yours.
Thanks a lot, Kate. Hello, everyone, once again. Let's take a look at what we have for an identity verification solution. We will start right from the very beginning, taking a photo of a document. Image quality assessment makes it possible to get a good quality photo from the first shot. If then, regular document liveness detection guarantees that a physical document is being presented. To do that, we detect and recognize document security features such as holograms, OVI, Dynaprint, and so on. And we compare them with the reference ground truth image from our database, as you might guess. Let's have a look how it works for holograms. There are just two simple steps. First, place a document in front of the camera. The app automatically detects its type and turns on the flashlight. Second, swing the document back and forth, and the app recognizes the holograms. And there you go. That's it. Well, electronic chip check is one more important step to verify a document. But how comfortable can you be with the fact that you get the results from a mobile device? Because we all know that a growing trend is that more and more fraud occurs precisely on a mobile device. So we cannot trust such data. To solve this issue, we offer complete server-side verification, which means all sensitive operations occur on the back end. And as Kate mentioned, this approach is considered the most reliable and secure way to verify a document. But let's talk about one more way to detect counterfeit documents: impossible personal information presence check. And here, let's evaluate these two images side by side together. At the first glance, they both look all right, but in reality, one is spoofed, and it's not so obvious which one is the fake when you're looking at only one document. But our software highlights where the issue is. Another widespread fraud is photo substitution. Let's see how we verify it. One of these documents is forged. Can you guess which one and why? If you don't know exactly what this particular document should look like, you will never detect an issue. And here is the conclusion from our solution. Just landmark check error. The second document has been forged. So easy. Well, now let's move on and take a look at how our solution validates different aspects of MRZ, such as background, width, height, font spacing, and others. I think you can already guess what I'm going to ask you. Which one is forged and why? The issue here is the height of MRZ on the left one. And as you might guess, our software pinpointed this issue. Well, now I would like to offer you a chance to detect fraud by yourself. Are you ready? Sure you are. Choose which document is forged. Well, I see that you have already started to answer. Good, good. Let's wait a few more moments and we can check the results. Okay, that's it. Thanks a lot for your participation. Well, as I can see, it's hard to detect an issue with naked eyes. Z is a little too low in this one on the right side, as you might see here. And once again, the software detects this issue without any problem. Okay, now let's move on to OCR. Our OCR module doesn't just extract data, it also carries out some verifications. Can you see with your naked eye an issue with these two documents? To be honest, I can't. But the OCR module can. Incorrect data positioning. This document is spoofed. Well, another valuable source for verifying documents is a barcode check. We have hundreds of parsers on board to exhaustively cover this check. Let's do an exercise which I hope you already like. Can you say which document is spoofed and why? This one. Incorrect barcode size. Well, hope this time it will be easier. The barcodes are definitely a different size. But to be honest, I can't say which one is correct. Can you? Fortunately, the software can. And one more interesting topic. It is deprecated documents, because there is no way to remember which documents are still valid and which are not. Fortunately, we have tremendous database of documents, so our software manages this issue easily. Well, okay, we confirm validity of the document and extract all necessary data. Is it enough for reliable identity solution? The answer is no, it's not enough. We need to prove that the right person is using this document and that it is in fact a real person. Let's start from the last one. How to detect if a real person is in front of the camera? To cover this task, we have a liveness detection feature on board. We also implemented the zero trust concept here. So the user's device just collects the data and sends it to the backend, and all magic happens there. An exhaustive set of checks is executed on the backend to protect against different attack vectors, such as printed photo, masks, screen replay, and so on. We use an active detection approach because it's more reliable, but this approach requires the user to perform several actions. So we made our UX simple and user-friendly. Let me demonstrate how it works. Even if the user gets lost and don't know what to do in the middle of the process, our technology detects this situation and gives a prompt to user. As a result, according to our internal test, the current percent of retake attempts is close to 0. Another thing I would like to mention is performance. According to our internal metrics, 99% of requests are processed in less than 1 second when using a GPU-powered backend server. Okay, let's move on. The next step is to confirm that it is the right person. To accomplish this task, we compare photos from different sources within a single request. The photo from the document, the photo from electronic chip, and selfie. Plus, it is possible to perform a check against watch list, for example, a list of wanted criminals. Also, I would like to highlight that the selfie for this comparison can be extracted directly from the liveness check session. So it's not necessary to bother the user to take another selfie shot. As I have mentioned before, in some cases, it is necessary to check whether a person in some list, for example, a list of criminals. Our face identification feature addresses such cases. You can create a list of person using a person's photo or several photos, as a person's appearance might change over time. Then you can search through this list using a captured selfie, and you can tune the strictness of the lookup by setting the similarity rate. Well, what if you need to use a photo filter in a business process? What if you need that this photo should suit several conditions, such as size, background color, head size and position, absence of occlusion, and so on? The image quality assessment feature analyzes 45 parameters, and each parameter is customizable, so you can tune the feature to your business needs. Or you can simply use predefined profiles that correspond to standards and requirements of ICAO, US visa, Schengen visa. And that's it I have to say about features for today. Now, Kate will show you some examples of where the Regula solution was implemented. Kate, please step in.
Thank you, Andrew. That was exciting. As we can see, identity verification flow can be fraud-resistant and user-friendly. And here, few examples of successful implementation of Regula solution. One of our customers, Commercial Bank of Dubai, was looking for a solution that could effectively verify both digital and real identity documents, online as well as offline. This customer experienced an increase in new applications and fraud increase as well due to the immigration wave. There were many cases when a hard copy of an identity document was presented instead of physical one during the remote onboarding process. So the bank needed to check that only real life documents were presented. They integrated Document Reader SDK to verify that documents are real. It helped our customer to effectively recognize fraud at the doorstep. Document liveness detection significantly increased their fraud protection. Hologram verification together with the screen capture detection ensured that documents are authentic and not captured from a computer screen. Another case is one of our customers, the largest bank in Switzerland. The bank used to run real video interviews, which were required to verify new customers. They came to us and challenged us to create a totally new experience for opening accounts and accessing banking products for their customers. With the help of smartphone and regular document reader SDK on it, customers scan their identity documents that have to be only electronic ones. Biometric passport for citizens or national biometric passport and residence permit for non-citizens. Full service-side verification of electronic chip RFID and its data. And the solution just authenticates the chip's data, ensures its integrity and authenticity. To prove the person is who they claim to be, Regula Face SDK compares the document portrait with a selfie. And as you can see, here is the example of this complete identity proofing process. The bank appeared to be the first bank in Switzerland to enable such profound automatic identity verification. And the customer also used a remote verification process for electronic signature creation throughout the country. Onboarding for new customers is now available right from the mobile banking application, anytime, anywhere. Just to sum up, our combination of technologies and features allows us to offer you a complete solution for effectively prevent fraud. This solution verifies both the document and the person without compromising user experience. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching our webinar, and now we'll be happy to answer your questions. I think that Andrew will help answering.
Yep. Thanks, Kate.
Andrew, can you see the questions?
Yeah, I can see.
Great.
Okay, let's choose some of them.
First of all, I would like just to remind, sorry to interrupt you, I would like to remind, if we do not answer some questions right now, we will answer in email. So we will follow up.
Okay. Sonia Makrchan, hope pronounced this correctly, asked, could you please provide how many countries are covered in your database? Well, if I remember correctly from this particular presentation, it was 248 countries and territories which we cover. Well, Dmitra Atanasov asked, does Regula support Japanese alphabet? Yep, we support not only Latin script, but also complex script like Japanese one. Well, Alfie Delgado asked, do you have KYC full flow offer? Yes, as we just explained, we have all necessary components to create KYC scenario. We have mobile SDK, web component, and web API to integrate into your app to interact with the user and get data like photo of the passport, selfie, video of liveness check process. And we have technology which allows to detect document type, to carry out authenticity and validity check, to extract data, to match a selfie with photos from electronic chip and visual data photo, and we'll also carry out liveness check. So we have everything to create a KYC scenario. Well, Martin George asked an interesting question. It consists of two types. First, are static image adequate for verifying documents? Well, of course, the more reliable and more secure procedure is using electronic chip and extracting data from there. But in some cases, it is possible. And this is second part. How would you know that the correct optical variable security features is present on the document? Some of these we have shown during presentation. For example, if we're talking about holograms, you position your document in front of the camera and swing document to and fro. But in most cases, some optical variable security features is hidden and available in, for example, ultraviolet light. For this, there is only one way to use special devices, which we have in Regula 2. Okay. Simon Hagen asked, are all shown features check also available in the app solutions? The answer is the most features are available, but some of them does not. As I just said about electronic chip check, to be more reliable, check should occur on a backend. So not all features can be used directly in the app. Zero trust conception.
Andrew, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for your answers and, of course, your presentation. And also, I would like to thank you again, all our participants. I think that that's all for today from our side. And I would like also to specify that you can visit our website, especially the solutions section, to see what industries and use cases we support and how we address the challenges being there. And of course, if you have any questions, please use the contact, the email address of Kate Johnson, just to address all your questions there, and we will follow up them. Have a splendid day, and of course, the rest of your day ahead. Thank you very much again. And let us know if there is anything else we need to specify for you. Thank you.
Thank you.